Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you. My name is Faizan Said, and I'm the Executive Director of the St. Louis chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations. I'm also a proud resident of Kirkwood, Missouri. I've lived in Kirkwood for the last 20 years. I went to Kaiser Elementary School, Kirkwood Middle School, and graduated from Kirkwood High School, and even gave the graduation speech to thousands of other people who came to it. All my friends are living in Kirkwood. My neighbors are in Kirkwood. I've been to almost every restaurant in Kirkwood, and I've had a wonderful life living in Kirkwood, and I still live in Kirkwood today with my family. Over the last 20 years, I've never ever felt the sting of being unwelcome. I've never had people come up to me and say, we don't want you here because of your race, your ethnicity, your religion. That's never happened. The people of Kirkwood do not have this type of belief inside their hearts. And I never felt that sting until today. Today, I read a message from our elected official, Representative Rick Stream. And Representative Rick Stream, he sent out a message to other members of the House saying, in part, and I'll read the quote, "No stronger retrograde force exists in the world. Far from being moribund, Mohammedans is a militant and proselytizing faith." And throughout the message, there are multiple mentions of how the religion of Islam and those who follow its faith are people who are dangerous to society. And when I read this message, it hurt me deeply because I lived in Kirkwood my entire life. I've never met anybody who has these types of beliefs, who has these types of thoughts. The people of Kirkwood are very wonderful people. I know, I grew up there for the last 20 years. And when I read this message, I felt a sting that I felt as if I was unwelcome in the community. I was unwelcome in the society. But this type of feeling is not something that I hold, and I believe it's not something that most people hold. That our country does not accept this type of intolerance. We are a nation that accepts people of other faiths. Our Constitution defends the rights of other faiths. And as an individual, it is not proper to preach this type of hate-filled messages. I would like to read you a quote, and the quote is from a brilliant man who was a brave young soldier. He was an excellent statesman, and he was a politician. He was also a great war leader, and he was the first president of the United States, a man who Western civilization holds a lot to, and we are indebted to this man, and that is George Washington. And George Washington said something that I believe in. He says, "We have abundant reason to rejoice that in this land the light of truth and reason has triumphed over the powers of bigotry and superstition." In this enlightened age and in this land of equal liberty, it is our boast that a man's religious tenets will not forfeit the protection of the laws, nor deprive him of the right of attaining and holding the highest offices that are known in the United States. And I believe in that. And I believe that most people in Kirkwood and in Missouri and in the country believe in that quote as well. And I would encourage him to first and foremost publicly apologize for that message in that email. Number two, we invite you, our representative, and any other representative, and any other person or neighbor within the community to come to our Islamic Community Center, to have dinner with us, to get to know your Muslim neighbors. And I think by doing that and building these bridges of peace and mutual understanding, we will create an America that all of us want to live in. I invite you to come and learn about myself, my family, my life living in Kirkwood, Missouri, and so that we may get to know each other and build bridges of understanding with one another.